Building the foundation.
Get locked in. I don't give a fuck about you being fatigued, because this is what it's going to be in the game. It's going to be hot. It's going to be heavy. We're going to be breathing hard. You got to focus and get the job done. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? Sir. Fatigue make cowards out of all of us if you let it. Don't let it. Dig deep and work. Work. That's all we got. Work. Work don't give a f. It just want to get done. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It just want to get done, so let's get done. All right, here we go. Let's go.
What changed for me?
Like specifically today?
Today? I think I just wanted it more. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you come out to practice, it's like, oh, it's practice. But today is like, I don't know. The sun was shining. The birds was chirping. The sky is not blue. It's light blue.
Yeah, baby blue, sky blue.
Yeah. But nah. Honestly, we just had a good day as an offensive line, and we all came together, the whole line group, and said, we're not taking that shit no more from the defense.
Yep.
So we put it together today. We got to stack on this. And the more days we stack like this, shit, I don't see nothing less in the college football playoff, you know?
Yes, sir.
That's what I see. But we got to stack days like this. It can't just be talk.
No cap.
But, yeah, what's in the bag, see?
Seen him since.
Hey man, it's the best opportunity of our life, dog. And we don't realize that, bro. We sit right here and cry about stuff that you don't supposed to be crying about, man. This is the best opportunity of our life, bro. I hate to see it, bro. I hate to see people not have this opportunity and they want it so bad, and we got it and we won't do shit with it, bro. Come on, man. We got the best opportunity in the world, bro. There's a million kids in the world that's grinding, going to practice every day to get here, and we get here and cry about it, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, how we gonna do this, bro? If people back in the city where y'all from, bro, that count on y'all see y'all on TV, but if they knew how we go by day, hour by hour, they'll be like, what the hell is you out there doing? That's real talk. Even me, bro. Even me. I talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself too. Cause I take this shit for granted sometimes. That's why I need people on my team to come to me and be like, you bullshitting today. You ain't bringing it today. You ain't bringing it to me today. I ain't got one person, ain't nobody said nothing to me yet, bro. I done bullshitted 2 practices back to back, missing run fits, missing plays, ain't nobody saying shit to me. Why not? Why not? Because we don't want that accountability, bro. We just want this shit to feel good and look good. We don't really want this shit for real, bro. We do it because what? We play football because what football do for us, we don't love football. You gotta love football first. You gotta love this shit first, man. It's about football. I'm sorry, Coach. Forget all the social media and all that, man. This shit about football. At the end of the day, I love football more than I love the Instagram. I love football more than I love the money. I love football more than I love these girls, bro. I love football first. And that's how we gotta get to. We gotta love the football shit first. Then all the other stuff gonna come, bro.
Oh man, I was talking and my mic was off. How about that? Well, technology. Once again, like I said, you're watching Sports Talk with Be Watch Entertainment. Come to you every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tonight we got a good show for you tonight. I got RobDaManMedia, the legendary himself, Coach Dre, and Steve Woodland from the good state of Maryland. So we're gonna bring you the broadcast tonight. And don't forget, this broadcast is brought to you by Ameris Bank. You need a check, safe, loan, CD, any banking things that you need. Contact them at 770-775-8300. Let them know that you heard it right here on Sports Talk with Be Watch Entertainment. If you have a business or if you want to advertise or partner with me, give me a call. We'll work something out. All right? All right. Appreciate it. Let me get on with the show and bring the boys up. And we're going to get this thing on the road. What's up, Rod? How's it going?
Man, it's a long week, but man, glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here too, man. I'm glad you're here with me tonight, and I appreciate you. Let me bring Coach Dre up. What's up, Dre?
How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling, man?
Man,
Just getting out of coaches meeting, ready to rock, man.
all right, man. It's football season. It's time to rock too. Let me bring up our
Football
guest.
season.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'll bring out the other guest. Mr. Woodley himself.
What's up, fellas? What's up? Let's get it cracking.
You ready to get it crazy? All right. Hey, I like to hear that. Hey, we finna get down to the point. And I want to start it off by talking about some players in fall camp has really looked good to me. And I'm gonna start off like I always started off. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat tonight. What's up, Miss Phillips? How you doing? Alfred, what's going on, bro? Warren, Timothy, Isaac, what's going on? Who else I got? Pastor PC, what's going on? Big ups. SB, what's going on? Lauren, what's that, man? Financial choices. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Financial charge. You want to be a sponsor? Hey, come on with me. Come on with me. I'm trying to get 10. What's up, Kent? What's going on? What's up, Mike? Mr. Brown, what's going on? Miss Johnson, how you doing? Everybody in chat. Daryl, what's up? Swagbar, what's going on? All right. Coach Ray, when I looked at the film work, I think it was the 11th day of practice, I saw Shane Coates keep popping up on the screen. He looked like he's bigger, faster, quicker, and the most important, on that defensive line, he making plays. When you look at Shane Coates, what ability do he bring to the defensive side of the football?
I mean, I think a lot of people took for granted that last year he had an L on his chest. He walked out he walked out there to the middle of the field every week with Shador and Travis Hunter. And I think he played out of position last year in that defense. I don't think that they played him in the right position. But he never cried. He never complained. He just kept coming to work and getting better. And I think with the additions of Block Bully and Antoine Barnes and everybody else, I think people just start overlooking him. Again, he never cried. He never complained. And then when we got to this scrimmage the other day, he came out and showed you, hey, I'm still here. I'm still the man with the L on my chest, and I'm gonna be respected. I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna demand some respect when you come to talk about Colorado defensive line. So you got to be pleased with the way he came out and played. But the biggest thing you got to be pleased with is that's the way you teach a kid to go about his business. You don't cry, you don't complain. You just keep working. You keep leading your team. And I think everybody on the team still respected him. I just think we overlooked him as a fan base.
Good point. Good point. Mr. Woodley.
When it comes to Mr. Coach, I tell people this one here. Everybody looked at last year and they took this here out of context when it came to Coach. And this is what they did. They saw a man that was undersized, out of position, and the key was this one here. He was available every game. He made plays last year. He still held his ground. He had some games in which, it wasn't his best, but he gave you 100% of him. He was professional. And then the young man, what I like about him, he was a leader. Those things are important when you make a sacrifice. And I'm going to tell you, this is the sacrifice he made. If y'all remember, Upshaw was coming here too. Upshaw, they wanted to put him in defensive tackle. Upshaw said no. Upshaw said no. I'm on that end. And Upshaw went to the end for Arizona State, if I'm not mistaken, of where he went, and he got 6 sacks. If Shane Coates would have done that, he would have got the same numbers that Upshaw would have got because he's that talented. And all I'm saying is this here. If we put Shane Coates on that end like we should, hear what I'm saying, on the end, when you got your boy BJ over there and you got Hayes over there and you coming in with Shane Coates to stop the run, he would be very effective against some run teams if he was on that edge because he's bigger now. Not only is he bigger, he's quicker, he's a grown man. So if you put him out on that edge, now what you got is this. You got a run stopper and you got a pass rusher that'll be in there, and that'll make the pass rush even more effective. So I love the fact that he sacrificed. And that's like Trevor Woods. Those are professionals. They sacrifice in their career for the betterment of a team. Not too many people are going to do that. They're going to tell you, deuces, I'm not going to do it. So Shane Coates, I love what he does, and I'm just saying, keep going, Shane. I expect big things from you this year.
Okay, Rob.
When you look at Shane Coates, it's just better talent around. That's the main thing, right? When you put better talent around, it creates better situations, better one-on-one matchups. You not have to take that double team on like you did last year. So it's just you just putting people in the right place at the right time to make plays. So Shane Coates just taking advantage of what he see, and the ability to make plays. You know, some of the things what he got brought in to do, he just didn't have that co-partner that can help him make plays. And now that he has bigger bodies next to him, and he had the ends that's coming with it, it's just freeing him up to go make plays one on one, win your job, and that's what he's doing.
Also, another person that I think is having a good ball camp, and he hadn't won. He's been having one ever since he's been there. Uh, that's my man, Tyler Brown, Coach Dre. Co- Tyler Brown. I talked to Neely. Neely said he's the only player so far that don't play every position at fall camp. We just haven't seen.
I mean, I told people last year that he makes a difference last year if he plays. He makes a difference last year if he plays. He holds that offensive line. Every offensive line needs a guy that's the glue. You can have dogs. You can have a whole bunch of dogs, but if you ain't got a glue to keep them guys together, hold them guys together, you ain't got yourself nothing. You get what I'm saying? So when you ain't got that glue to hold it together, things fall apart. When things fall apart, you try to go find that glue to try to get it back together and stick together. And that's what Tyler Brown is. He can play every position on the offensive line. He's another kid. He don't cry. He don't bicker. He don't do nothing. He's what he is a prototypical Coach Prime kid. Strong, fast, tough, disciplined with character. He's the epitome of what Coach Prime is looking for in a football player. And he couldn't have him last year. And so now that you got him last year, you go out and you get Benson, you get a Mayers, you get Johnson, and you get Flapjack, and you get this kid that come in from Florida A&M to go with Hank Soliskis and a few other kids that decided to hang around. Now, old Coach Dre don't look like a fool when he told y'all that you needed 13 good offensive linemen to be a good. You get what I'm saying? But again, I'm just a nobody, man. I don't know football. I just be talking to hear myself talk. But to be a legitimate good football team, you got to have 13 good offensive linemen, but you got to have a lineman that holds everything together, and that's Tyler Brown, and he's the epitome of what you're looking for.
Go ahead, Mr.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, what I say is this here. You see somebody who's versatile, and what you also see is someone who cares. That young man loves football. It's a difference. It's a difference. Some people just play football because they're talented. He loves football. And not only does he love football, he loves his players that's beside him. He loves his teammates. And when you have that kind of love for a game and that kind of compassion, and I just tell people, these SWAC, why is it all these SWAC boys? The ones who are the playmakers for this big old CU university. They talk about HBCU. Oh man, HBCU got players. HBCU got players. I tell people you better look at the Hall of Fame. They got 4 of them. They got 4 of them in there, and I'm just talking about from Grambling. So if you're looking at it, it's players out there that are doing big things. That young man, what he's doing is this here. When it comes to his draft status ain't doing them going this way.
Right.
It's going this way because when they see that, hey, he's strong at guard, but we can even put him out at tackle. And if we wanted to, we can put him at center. When you got an NFL team, you only have X amount of slots. And when you got X amount of slots, that young man can he could help improve your team without bringing somebody else new into your team. So his stock's going up. Congrats to the young man. He's doing his thing. Gonna have a big season.
I want you to go back to what you just said, B. Watts. Lily said Tyler Brown is playing every position and it's not shown on film. That's all you need to know. There's a lot of things that you do not see that's going on in Boulder because that's going to give you a competitive advantage if other teams know. What they trying to do is find the best five linemen out there. They can get the job done. Whether that's Tyler Brown at center, guard, or tackle, he's showing up with his lunch pail every day to put the work in, and that's the key point in the matter. There's a lot of things that a lot of people don't see, and it looks like, oh, you know what's going on, but you really don't know what's going on because you're only seeing a 5 to 10 second clip. So all you gotta do is just be patient. August 29th is around the corner, and it's gonna be on, and you're gonna really get to see who them first five starting offensive lineman is real soon.
Good point, fellas. Good point. All right, I gotta show you a video. Starting Coach Dre, Rob, and Mr. Woodman. Tell me what y'all see at the end of this video. But Colorado got two running back. Don't want it, Coach Dre.
I mean, what I saw was them again. When Michael Welch was running, that was the two offensive line. What you saw was Preston Hodges ain't scared to lay that lumber, but we got running backs that they not shying away from nobody. And like I tell my running back, who is a guy of Michael Welch kind of stature, make cornerbacks and safeties make business decisions. Do I really want to tackle this kid? Do I really want to hit this 200 and some pound freight train coming at me? Or do I want to live to fight another day? Make cornerbacks and DBs make business decisions. And that's all you see going on right now. And then what you saw on that last clip is that the running back got stopped in the backfield. Did you see the push of the offensive line? They pushed the kid to the end zone. We wouldn't have got that last year. At no time anywhere last year, but we have got that. So, and again, I think that was the second team offensive line. That wasn't what we consider our first five. So what I know is I got offensive linemen that care and that are doing their job. I got running backs that are running hard, and I got one safety that I know besides Shiloh that'll come up and lay the boom. He's not shying away from contact, and you like that. But again, what I saw was great offensive line play, great offensive line passion. The thing that wins championships, the trenches. That's what I took from all them clips.
I took the offensive line getting up to that second unit of linebackers and clearing the hole for a running back to get through and punish a DB. When you can get up to that second level, you in good situation. And that's all you want is to keep chopping wood, because them 3 yard, 4 yard, 5 yard gains going to turn into 15 yards, 20-yard home run plays. So you like what you see from the offensive line play. You like what you see from Preston Hodge saying, hey, I ain't scared to hit you. I'm going to come up and I'm going to stick my nose in there. Because when you give up on the play, I'm going to lay that lumber. You're going to fumble right at the goal line, and it's going to be all ball. So that just shows you that, he didn't give up on the play, but it also shows you that some of them safeties, they were scared to come down and lay that wood. So when you talk about a Shiloh not being back there, who ain't scared to come up and lay the wood on somebody, you're seeing the business decisions being made by some of them DBs. Like, hey, they don't want them problems, but it's a good problem to have on CU side to know that you got 2-9 that can finish a game off for you when things get tight and when people don't want to hit. Just keep running that 2-9 up that middle, because somebody gonna have to make a business decision to get in the way or get out of the way, because it's hammer time. So hey, you gotta know what you see.
Mr. Woodman, before you go, when I see this young dude, 29, number 29, run that football, but I don't never see anybody hitting him for a loss. He always falling forward. That's a good sign of a running back, my brother.
That's what they teach you. That's a sign of a very effective running back. When they get hit, they always go forward. Something else you see is winning football. When you can run that ball, you can control that clock, and you can put your will on another team. That is winning football. What it also shows you is this one here. If they can run that football, your playbook opens up to everything now. Now you can run anything. Now I can run play action. Now I can turn around and say, okay, I can run the clock off getting this boy, young man this ball. Now I can protect my offensive lineman because hey, instead of that offensive line, like, well, he's not moving well enough to go over here for that pass rusher. Now I'm attacking. It's attacking football. So when you see that, you also see this B Watts. If he's the second team, who is he going against?
The first team.
Thank you. That just lets you know that they are, if they can effectively run against the first team, when he gets with the first team, bets off. Bets off. That young man is going to do so. Not only him, it's the other one. And it's good for them. If they can run against that first team defense like that, it's a good sign for us to say, hey, we are going to pound that football to the ground. So that's a good thing.
I'll say
Also,
this.
I talked to Neely. I told him about that, and Coach Hart said, "You just ain't seen everything. He ain't just running with the 2 and the 3. They stopped me on photo. When not a video, they stopped me on photo. He also running with the 1. We just don't
I
know."
mean,
I was just
again,
about
that's
to
what
get
I
into
think.
that. Go ahead, Dre.
I think that's what we've been saying. I think we get so caught up in what group they running with. They not gonna show us everything. I remember we told people Tyler Brown might play. Said, "Oh, we ain't seen him on the film. He ain't." They're not gonna. Why would they show? Why would if y'all don't believe that just like us as CU fans that we watch every well-off media video that every college team that Colorado playing ain't doing this? Let me see if I can get let me see if I can get an eye view. Let me see what I can get my hands on. So you can't give a team an advantage. So we just got to take what we give. What you see though is every time that Welch is in the game, Seven is in the game, Hood, Augustin, and Charlie. Whenever them offensive linemen are opening up holes, they are getting through them. And so you got to feel good about this running back room and what they're doing. And like my uncle Steve said, this winning football. That's what winning football is. Because most teams, when they come to play Colorado, we got to stop Shador. So now so the box is going to be light. So we should be able to run the ball because the box is going to be light. Well, Coach, what you mean when the box is going to be light? It's going to be probably about 6 to maybe 7 people in the box. Maybe. But now if I have to account for this running game, now I gotta have 7 to 8 in the box, and then now Shador has an opener field to throw the football to. So everything goes hand in hand. So right now, when we probably start off, we're gonna see a light box, and those boys should be able to get off because people are coming to stop Shador, Travis. Like you say, Will Shepard has had a productive season in the SEC coming out of the SEC. If you watching any film, LaJohntay Weston and Jimmy Horn is what they say they is. And so you're going to have a light box, so we should be able to run. But once they figure out that they got to try to stop these boys from running, it'll open up the pass game for Shador Sanders, and you're going to see something special.
Here's the main thing that's gonna happen. It's gonna keep defensive coordinators up all night. That's all you gotta worry about. As long as you got defensive coordinators standing up all night, thinking about how they're gonna stop this on high-powered offense, you in good shape.
Also, let me stay back there in that running back room. That number 7, Dalen Hayes, he can catch that ball out of that backfield, and he know what to do with it, Coach Ray. He can catch that
Yeah, I
ball on
mean,
the fly, and he know what to do with it when he get it.
he's another kid that just had to get healthy. He proved that he could do it at the highest level at the University at the Ohio State University. So the kid came in as a freshman, just like Michael. And again, I remember 2 or 3, 4, 5 months ago when we were on, and we said something about Michael. And he's just a freshman. I don't think he gonna play. Again, the first video I ever saw with that kid sitting in a room and you pan the camera around, he ain't smiling. It's nothing. And Coach Prime looked right at that kid and said, I don't mind a freshman leading the room. If you can lead the room, lead the room. And I think ever since he said that to that kid took that to heart, and he went to work. And so now you know, he just feel like he's that guy. And that's how you want every back to feel, every player to feel on your team, like they that guy. Michael Wilson feels like he's that guy.
Oh yeah, he went out and said when they interviewed him, he said, "I've
Yeah,
been putting in the work, and I think I'm that guy."
Here's why
Yeah,
the running backs. Here's why the running backs been putting in the work. Because like every time you look around, you look at the media, you look at spaces on Twitter, you look at YouTube. All they talk about is the wide receivers. All they talk about is what weapons they're going to be throwing to. Nobody wants to give credit to the running backs that we got there. So now every time you see them, they're gonna start spotlighting the running backs, and they're gonna show you the real work that's getting put in. A lot of things ain't gonna get put on camera because it's a competitive advantage. Formations, what type of schemes they're gonna try to run with which running back, all that can be detected if you show it. So you're only gonna see certain things at certain angles, and you're not gonna see who's in. One of the things that you're getting to see now is all the running backs are being utilized in certain situations, and you're starting to see them off the field. You're starting to see 2-6. You don't know who 2-6 is? That's Brandon Hood. You start to see what he can do. You see a 7, Dylan Hay coming out the backfield catching passes. You see 23, Isaiah catching passes. Now you're seeing Michael ram it, right? Ram it for yards. You're seeing Charlie. So now you're going to see them from different angles, and they're all getting moved around on each team. So they're not sticking with one team. And Coach Prime's message was now the depth chart's been built. So now the pecking order's been changed. So now let's see this coming week who's going to be where.
right. Go ahead, Mr. Wood.
What you have is this here. You have 5 young men that know Coach Prime plays the player that is producing. So what you have is this here. You know that when it's your time, you don't have to wait. You can make it your time. If you go out there and you producing, you're gonna play. And it's gonna be that simple. And the next thing is this one here. You're gonna get an opportunity. Every running back is gonna get an opportunity. Whether it's somebody tweak an ankle, whether it's somebody got the flu, something is gonna happen to get you your opportunity. And what you better realize is this here: when you get your opportunity, it might be one run. You better be running it like you running out of your mind. That one run can change your entire playing field here. So what I tell people this one here: when it's your time, don't go to crying. Don't tell, oh man, but I just had one. All you needed was one play. You got to make it do what it do. And that means that if you get one play, make that one play count. And that's the key for them. So you got 5 running backs. Each one of them going to get an opportunity. When they get out there, they better do something with it.
I also think that this is just my opinion. I said this last night and Friday night. I don't think Prime gonna take 5 running backs beyond the 5th game or 5 games. I think he's gonna redshirt one, Coach Dre. I don't know who. That's just my feeling. I don't know who it's gonna be. I think he's gonna narrow that thing down, and he's gonna redshirt. He's gonna work redshirt one. Explain to the panel and people in the chat what redshirt means.
Okay, so what red shirt means is that they can play up to 4 games, right? So they can play up to 4 games. As long as they don't exceed the 4-game mark, they can be redshirted and get that full year back. If they play over 4 games, then essentially their clock is running. Next year, so when y'all see kids say redshirt freshman, well, that means that in the classroom they're a sophomore, but on the football field they're considered a freshman. They're still in their freshman year. They're just starting. But in school they're considered a sophomore. So when you hear red shirt freshman and red shirt sophomore, then what they're telling you, they got red shirted a year, and so they're a year above in the classroom than they are on the football field. So you have 4 games. So I think all 5 of them will see playing time this year.
Hmm.
It's just one of them is not going. Brandon Hood or Michael Welch is not going to exceed 4 games.
Four
One of
games in a
those.
regular.
Yeah,
Four,
them the two I
four,
got to.
4 games in a regular season because they can't play in the bowl game. If a team qualifies for the
Yes,
bowl, they can't play in
True.
the bowl
right.
game.
Right. Yeah, I
So
think those
I
two
think I
gonna be the
said
one.
I said it earlier. So what you'll see is let's take a team. They get to that 6-win mark, but maybe they're not gonna make their conference championship. Like you say, the bowl game isn't gonna count against them. They can play in the bowl game. But when you start getting towards the end of the season, and we know we might not be playing for our conference championship, and we're talking about any team because I'm not talking about Colorado because I feel like we should be in our conference championship. But if you're not, you'll start seeing them start playing some freshmen just to get their feet wet, just to see what they can do to get some tape on these kids to evaluate. And then, like you say, going into that bowl game, then you'll definitely see them play because that's how Anthony got his big break was against Oklahoma. I think we played Oklahoma his freshman year, and they put him out there in the bowl game, and he played pretty well. And people start saying, "Well, dang, Florida had that kid on the bench all year." So that's what it is. So nobody gets upset as long as they don't play over 4 games. They can still get redshirted. And like I say, I don't think that Brandon Hood or Michael I think one of them will go over 4, but one of them won't. One of them won't.
I said the same thing. Yeah, I said the same thing.
I,
Check this
I,
out now. Go ahead.
I,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say everything just depends on health, right? After we get past that game number 4, how healthy are you, right? Is it worth the risk of playing somebody, especially with all our running backs having years of eligibility left? Is it worth the risk of playing them? If it's not worth the risk, you see them shut them down.
Also, go ahead, Miss Whip. Go ahead. You want to say something? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, me personally, I don't think they worried about those red shirt nobody. And the reason Rob hit it, these people got years of eligibility already, all of them. And if you come out red shirt and you hurting yourself because you don't think Coach Prime gonna bring in somebody next year and the year after, he bringing dogs. So you better get out there and you better play. It ain't no time for no rest, and them days over with. Coach Prime is running the NFL show. The NFL show means that not for long if you ain't performing and producing. So you ain't coming up there, man. I'm coming up here chilling, eating all that good food. Them days over with. If you're not producing, he bringing another dude that's tougher than you next year. So you better get in there and play. So that's all I'm saying on it.
That's a good point. But I still say he's gonna redshirt one. I believe he is. Check this out. Also, Colorado top players in fall camp so far. This dude, he putting that work in. Check this out, Coach Ray.
Getting strapped. Getting strapped.
One more time.
Getting strapped. Getting strapped.
That Colton Hood out there putting that work in. You hear me? And he going up against one of the best who gonna make him better. Now he don't got him a couple times. That's Travis. He don't caught some touchdown passes, but I think he the second best cornerback on Colorado football team right now. Colton Hood.
I mean, I don't disagree right now. Him and Preston Hodge running neck and neck. But I think Preston gonna have to probably start off at the safety spot if Shiloh's not all the way healthy. But that kid, he SEC ready. Make no mistakes about it. Auburn, if he was at the University of Auburn right now, he'd be their number 1 corner. In the SEC at the University of Auburn, if Mr. Hood was at Auburn, he'd be their number 1 cornerback. He'd be their DB1. So he's not over advertised. But the one thing I like is that he doesn't shy away from the competition. You say you the best, I want to guard you. For me to get better, I gotta guard Travis Hunter. For me to get better, I gotta go out there and play against the best. And he takes coaching very well. I remember the first couple of practices I saw on Will Off where Coach Prime was talking to him about some of his techniques. Yes, sir. No, sir. Okay, how can I get better? So he takes coaching very well. But hey, right now he running neck and neck with me, saying he's the second best cornerback on the University of Colorado next year, and that's not a far fetched at all.
I got him at the third best. I got Travis and Preston in front of him. Right now, I got him as the third best. What I do love about Colton Hood is that he's ready for the challenge. He don't care who you are. He don't care that you can't be touched in practice. He getting up there, he pressing, he getting his work in, right? If you say you the best, let's get this work in. Let's see where I'm at, so I can help myself. I can get my film right. So you love to see him up there challenging and taking on an assignment each and every day, especially during that scrimmage. I'm gonna answer this question that somebody asked us. What does it mean for a player to be in a yellow jersey? So yellow jersey doesn't necessarily mean that they're hurt. They could be rehabbing from an injury, or they could be playing them at caution, right? So they don't want them hitting, but they still want them to get their reps in and work. So for those who don't know what yellow jersey means, it doesn't necessarily mean that the player is hurt. They could just be taking. They just want them to take it like that practice, where they participate in certain drills and certain drills they're not participating in. So don't just look at it because somebody's in a yellow jersey that means that they're injured, they're out for good. That just means that they wanted them to work slowly and progress in their work before they put him in a regular jersey.
I take him as number 3, and I'll have to go with Rob said on that. And the reason I said that Preston got a lot of time he's played. Preston has played a lot of football, and he played football at a high level, and his confidence is this high. But just like Coach Dre said, is this one here? That's a good problem to have. When you got, I'm putting McKinney in there too. That's a good problem to have, and I'm gonna put Stoudemire in there too. That's a good problem to have at that cornerback, where at them DBs cornerback. And now what you have, what we're not going to see this year is all them drag routes that's going for 180 yards a game with that foolishness. Them days over with. Not with these boys, it ain't happening. So with that being said, it's a good problem to have. They have very good cornerbacks. If you got the best to play it in the game and you got Mathis over there, we should expect nothing less. We should
Yeah.
expect nothing less. That this should be the norm. These are the kind of young men that we are going to see at Colorado. And what I will tell you is this one here: those young men on the walk-ons, they ain't bad either. They're
No.
very talented too. Walk-ons that's playing good ball. So we got a good problem, and DB ain't one of them.
You right about that, especially since you said stuff about walk on, Coach Dre. That quarterback, number 22, boy, he look good, man. He look good. He look better than the rest of them to me. Yeah.
I mean, we ain't gonna disrespect Shaw or Staub. I think he a solid number 2.
I ain't
But
disrespecting. I'm
after
just
that,
saying he look good.
oh no. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying. I think
Oh,
Staub the solid number 2. But boy, Ponder. Every time you turn on the film, every day he's impressing more and more. And again, Coach Primer, can we please get my man a new number? You know, he out there in that 22.
oh
Maybe
yeah,
we can get
yeah,
him a low one,
exactly.
Coach. But
Yeah, yeah.
I just think I think he gonna play a little bit. If we get up big. But he's strong. And y'all gotta remember he just got there. And so for him to pick up the offense like he's picking up the offense and to be running it like that, you got to be very impressed. That kid is doing extra stuff. That man ain't just practicing. He going in that film room. He on that board. He calling up. I'm pretty sure he calling up Shador or Stubbs or Wade or any of those other guys and trying to get an advantage. And when he gets out there on the field, he know he got playmakers. Because most of the time I think Draylon and them guys running on that third team with him, and boy, he found a way to get them young receivers the football and say, hey, I know I can throw it, and I know they can catch it. And he using that to his advantage. You got to be darn impressed with Ponder. He played a year at Cookman. He was going to be there and the main reason he was coming to Cookman was because of Ed Reed. So I kind
Right.
of think that might be a little bit of the reason why he's at Colorado, because he was coming to Cookman to play for Coach Reed. Coach Reed was going to build a heck of a program at Cookman. I think he was going to be the guy that he was going to pull the trigger for Cookman, for Coach Reed, when Ed Reed was going to be the coach. So I just think the kid has the tools to be a heck of a college quarterback. No ifs, ands, and buts about it.
True. Good take.
What I want to see is where they move Ponder up on the depth chart this week, and put some pressure on Ryan Stobbs on that third team and put Ponder on that second team and see what
Right.
it looked like, right?
Right.
Because this last weekend was about depth chart, who's moving up, who's moving down, who's fitting where they need to fit at and laying out the foundation. Because we're getting closer and closer to August 29th. We can't be, still making orders on, depth chart pieces, by the time we get to the middle of the week because we're under 3 weeks now to game time. So now the installs about to start happening. They about to start getting prepared, super prepared for North Dakota State, and which series how they gonna ref stuff and what certain plays they gonna run with this and that in the lineup and who's out the lineup. If this situation happens, if that situation happens, you're gonna start to see a lot of that stuff getting installed this week. So you're definitely gonna see less and less different angles when it comes to reach the people well off media because they're going to start to install new game plans, the game plan for North Dakota State and start repping things to how game day is going to look. So you got to like what you see from Ponder. It's just now, why does he move up on the depth chart now?
I I have to commend Ponder on what he's doing. He's doing a great job. He's getting that ball after them athletes. But I'll tell you this here, and I'll tell you right now, he's not taking stop. He's not taking two. And I'm telling you why he's not taking two. If you listen to the offensive coordinator, he loves Staub. And he understands when it comes to Staub taking on the first team. And when you taking against that first team defense, you are taking against NFL talent. And when you're taking against NFL talent and your talent ain't where they talent is at, you got to play. And not only do you got to play, you got to make some passes. You're not going to look good on that second squad against that first defense. Not all the time. You're going to have some bad days. And I think the coach sees that, and the man knows the playbook, and he's confident. So I don't see nobody taking Star. Ponder handling his business, got great highlights, but I don't see it.
Well, here's the difference when you look at Ponder and you look at and Shaw, right? You're talking about a difference inside of quarterback, right? When you see the height differential, right? It's hard to see Ryan Stahl ball coming out his hand because the line is so massive now. So you're sitting behind a short. So yeah, Ryan's gonna he's gonna suffer because he's playing against a first team defense. But you got to once you put Ponder in there, what does he look like? Because now you can see the ball being released from his hand. So there is a difference in quarterback play when you start talking those two. And Ryan Staub does have an upper hand because he's played in the system longer. But as you stack on days on top of days on top of days, and he gets more comfortable with the playbook. What does it really look like when you got a taller quarterback in there and you can see the release? Does he move the team down the field? Because that's the key thing, right? What they're asking Ron Stark to do, give me 3 to 5 yards. What they're asking Ponder throw the deep ball. So they're asking them to do two different things that people are, what I'm saying, what you're not looking at. How many clips are you really seeing Ryan Stark push the ball down the field versus you seeing Ponder, he got the young receivers, hey, just go. I'm gonna let it go. You just do your job. And that's not saying that they're not telling Ron Stark, but you heard Prom say, hey man, we just give us 3 to 5 yards. And we good. So what are they asking from both of the quarterbacks to do in their situations?
Yeah. When I look at the video, Mr. Steve, it looked totally different when number 22 out there, Ponder out there, he making completion. And every time, even though I know Star was going up against that number one defense, a lot of balls are being overthrown. He just trying to get rid of, ain't making no completion. That's what I'm saying. I'm going by the video from what I see. I ain't going off of last year. I'm going off of this fall season practice that I'm seeing right now.
B. Watts, if that was the case, it's a lot of video we're not going by. If that was the case, your boy
I'm just saying
Staub
about
would.
me.
No, I just
I'm going
I know that, but that where I'm going is Schumer, and that's
true.
where I'm going because I listened to what he said. He lets me know that when it comes to Staub, I ain't say Staub the best. I don't think he's the best. Ponder is more athletic. Ponder's going to make better plays, but you got two things going for you. He knows the playbook, and the second thing is he going to make bad plays. I don't know. I don't know when it comes to Ponder. If you turn that ball over, Coach Prime ain't gonna have you in that game if you turn that ball over. I don't care who you
I
are.
agree with that. No, I'm not
That's
saying
not going to happen.
I'm not saying he's gonna beat him out for the job.
Yeah.
You brought up a point saying that the walk-ons are looking good, and I'll just confirm that he was looking good since he's a walk-on. That's
Oh,
all I'm saying.
he looks more than good. He looks
Yeah,
fantastic.
exactly.
He looks fantastic, especially when you hear what Rob said. He hasn't been there long. He just
Right.
got there. That young man to do what he's doing is outstanding. And I'll put it to you this way. I would love to see him get on that second squad to see what he can do. Because it'll be fair to him. Now that would be fair to him to get him up there, but it's gonna be up to him to say, hey,
Now,
let me get this playbook down so I can get up there. So it would be fair to him to get there. And I would be happy if he did it. Competition is a good thing, B Watts. I don't care who's
Oh
out
yeah.
there. The only thing I ask, earn it. That's it.
True.
That's it.
True. Right. All right. Good take, fella.
and
Good
that's
take.
and that's what I was
Awesome.
gonna say.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I was gonna say. I just want to see him. I think this week you might see him. They might get him out there with that second group to go against that first group just to see if it's because I think the threes go on the threes. So I do understand where you're coming from. I would love to see him out there with the twos going against the ones, and let's just see if it's the same thing. But like B Watt said, from a kid that just got there and been doing his thing from a walk on point of view, you gotta love what he done. But them all great points, fellas.
Yeah, it is. It is. Also, like I was told, somebody from the inside, this is the week. And Coach Prime said it on the video. He told the team, I'm gonna go watch the film. Don't get upset when we come back and make some change. He said that. He said, don't let the film be your distractor. Let it be your asset. That's what Coach Prime said. So when he looked at the film this week, he said, when I come back this week, we're gonna make some changes and we're gonna push forward. Don't get caught up in your feelings. Let's go get it. Now, speaking of that, let's talk about the media against Coach Prime. I usually don't want to do this on my show, but people that's kept asking me, Lester, can y'all please address it? We watch y'all show. We know y'all gonna tell it out. I said, man, I'm gonna do it this time, but no more after this. I'm just talking football and the players. Now I'm gonna play this. It was something to me, and I'm gonna play the interview and we're gonna talk about it. I think it's about a minute, 30 seconds long. I'm gonna start off with Coach Dre, then Rob, and then Mr. Steve, y'all get your opinion. I ain't gonna have it now. I'm out of it. I'm gonna let Coach Brian get y'all. Here we go.
Sean Keeler, the Denver Post. Happy summer, my man.
You don't like us, man. Why do you do this to yourself?
Come on. No,
like us.
Mark likes me, by the way. Mark said he likes me. So that's one.
No. Why do you do this, though?
No, I'm sorry. Two-part, if I could.
No, I'm serious. Why do you do this? Like, you know you don't. Like, why do you do
No, it's not that. Football question.
No,
Football
no,
question.
why do you do, like, it would be hard for me to really just gauge in someone I don't like or something I don't like. I'm just asking why, like, why?
Gotta pay
What
the
did I
bills.
do?
You didn't do anything. It's not about, this is a
But
football
why?
question.
I'm asking you why.
Yeah, you can answer, that, it's
Okay,
not
answer
your
me.
business.
What? Because you want me to answer you, so.
Yeah, okay, that's fine, that's fair.
Why?
Why? Because I have
Give me your
questions.
why.
What's your why? What do you want to know?
Why do you always on attack? Like, what did we do?
Where am I on attack today? Where am I on attack?
I'm not gonna give you opportunity to be on attack. But I'm asking you why. Like, what does it do for you? Like, what happened?
It's not about me.
But what happened to get you like this?
It's a good question.
No, I'm serious. I want to help. No, I'm serious. I want to help. Because it's not normal.
We can talk about that. We can talk about that.
Okay.
Can I ask you a football question?
No,
Seriously.
No, we'll talk about that. When we talk about that, I talk about that with you.
Can we ask you a football question?
When I talk about that, we talk about that. We can talk about that.
Coach Drake, before you go, me personally, I would never cover someone that I don't like. I ain't got time. I wouldn't put my energy into a person or a team that I'm not interested in or I think gonna win. I just would. That's just me. It's just like if I'm 20 years old, Mr. Wood, my brother said, come on, man, let's go to the club. I said, all right, let's go. And I see this beautiful girl just coming around the corner with that pretty black dress on. She looking elegant. And I said, man, can you introduce me to this girl? She the hottest thing in the club. Coach Prime is the hottest thing over there in college football. And now I'm talking to this girl. He's talking to Coach Prime. I want to be in the room with this girl, y'all, in the chat. There, is she still there? I want to be, I want to be close to it. The first thing I said, ooh, your shoe dusty. What? But I want to talk to her. Ooh, your earrings ain't matching. Why would I put myself in a situation like that and knowing all the time that I want to talk to her? You ain't got nothing good to say. That ain't gonna get her. If you ain't got that good to write or say about Coach Prime, what make you think he gonna fool with you, Coach Dre?
Hey, Trey, before you go, didn't I
But
make a video about this a year ago? Go ahead, Trey.
I mean, but listen, this is a lot of people hear me say this, and you say Coach Dre this and Coach Dre that. He killed them with kindness. What I mean by I don't have, and what I think people say when I say, well, Coach Dre, oh, you just want people to be passive. No, I don't want you to be passive. But did you see the way he handled that? Oh, so why you here? What you came to talk about? Do you need help? I want to help you. I'm in the blessing business. I ain't in the stressing business. I'm in the blessing business. Oh, so you don't want the blessing? So yeah, so we ain't gonna talk about it. He killed them with kindness. He didn't cuss at him. He didn't fuss at him. He just asked him a simple question: what are you here for? Why are you wasting your time? Okay, now that you here, can you tell me why you do this? Since when you ain't in my face, you can say so much, but now that you're in my face, can you tell me why you do this? Oh, you can't? Oh, now you want to talk about football? Okay, well, when we can talk about what your problem is, then we can talk about football. It's called killing them with kindness. You don't have the tongue is a powerful thing, and you see he didn't put his tongue on that man the wrong way. I always tell y'all it's about the presentation. You understand me? Because Coach Prime is living in his purpose, he can stand on business. I'll say it again for y'all people in the back. Because Coach Prime is living in his purpose, he can stand on business. Nothing wrong with doing that when you're doing it the right way. It's about the presentation. He gave it to him just the way he wanted to. He fixed it up real nice and pretty, and he put it on the garbage can lid and say, here you go. Now let's see if you want to take it like this. Because you don't want to take it like this. Again, you can kill people with kindness. You don't have to always give them what they're looking for. Because now this man, nobody gonna want to read what you got to say. And that's the same thing with us as a fan base. Us on YouTube. Why click it if you don't like us? If you don't like B Watts, Rob the Man, my Uncle Steve, myself, why watch us? You wasting life too short for you to waste your time in your day. Coach Prime had a great day. He became a grandfather for the first time. All this good stuff. Why would be? Hey, I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. So he just killed them with kindness, and that's all I want anybody to do in life. I think we show that way too much. Well, you go like Mr. Like B. Watts just said. I know you gonna be there, and I don't like you. Well, why the hell I'm going? Why am I going?
Exactly.
There's no need for me to go because I know 9 times out of 10 when I get there, you ain't gonna have nothing nice to say about me. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna end up being a confrontation or something wrong gonna happen. I just don't go. I just mind my business and stay in my lane. So because Coach Prime is living in his purpose, he can stand on his business. Go ahead, bro.
All right, hold on. We got a super chat here for Rob. He said, can you explain the lack of color at the press conference? It is Rick George, or who decides the team is majority black. I know it's not just CU. Go ahead,
I
Rob.
talked I talked about this a year ago, and I'm being honest. I addressed this like a year ago. And it's about the same guy, right? Uh, the lack of knowledge around the media presence in Denver. the lack of knowledge, for the program, things like that. People got a job to do at the end of the day. So the main issue in the situation is Prime trying to open the door for more media to come, but you still got these guys that's in the way that just want to stay in the way because they don't want to give it up. And so to answer Lauren's question, it's not Coach Prime. CU does have a little piece to play with, who they're approving. There are a lot of African American and groups outside of African Americans that have applied for media passes and such things to be at the press conference. They just haven't been approved for whatever reason. I myself have applied for one, have not been, approved. So there just comes a time, man. Enough's enough with what's going on. There is a guy that's over, the CU media, who approves and denies all those type of things. There are ways to get in it, but at the end of the day, we got to do better when it comes to journalism and media. That's just point blank. Period. Take aside who makes the decision on who gets to ask questions, things like that. The journalism piece of this whole situation, and the media side of it, we can control this a lot better. We can talk about a lot of different things that don't have and just keep it about football. Sometimes we get caught up in trying to get a viral moment instead of just creating dialogue, and you're gonna still get the same result what you're trying to get without the craziness that's going on. Um, the guy that from Denver Post, he was the person who asked Jordan Seaton the question when Jordan Seaton responded about how he thought CU was gonna be bad and it turned out to be good. He bet it on himself. He was the guy who actually asked a question that was pegging at something to write an article about against Jordan Seaton. There's numbers of things that this guy has done in the past to get to this point. But overall, what I tell a lot of people, and I even said this on Twitter, I just want you to go pull up in Boulder, do your homework, and actually talk to the people. Don't write an article. Talk to the people before you write an article. Don't go pull something out the sky that you heard from so and so and so and so and so and so. Go talk to the direct source, whether it's the players or the coaches, and have reliable sources that you on record that you talk to them. Start with this source stuff because at the end of the day, it just makes everybody look bad. It comes into a game of now you're picking sides. Who do I believe? Who I don't believe? What's true? What's not true? If Prime didn't want it out in the public eyes, it's gonna be out in the public eyes, whether you want it to or not. Prime is gonna control his own narrative, and that's what people don't. That's what people keep failing to forget. People are trying to control the narrative for Prime when Prime is gonna be the one who's gonna control the narrative for him and the CU football team and the University of Colorado. And so that's why these hit pieces keep coming and coming and coming because they just can't get enough because they just want Prime to respond. Prime already gave you a response before media day. He clearly said, if you don't give people nobody an opportunity, then they just goes away. When you keep giving these nobodies light and you keep responding to them, that's what they want because you're uplifting them. It all goes away if you don't respond because don't nobody care. But when it comes back to CU and the whole media thing and who they let go in for interviews and talk to Coach Prime, things like that, it's a process, right? Whether you like it or you don't like it, it is what it is. At some point, the doors are going to be open. And right now, Prime is trying to do something to open those doors and those headways for more minority to be in those rooms. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some patience. Don't get discouraged if you apply. You just got to keep doing it and knocking and just keep chopping wood every day. And things are going to turn around where the right people that should be in there asking questions is going to be in that building. And a lot of people don't understand it. If you don't live in Colorado, you wouldn't understand how the media really is. Y'all just get to see a glimpse of it at media day. Y'all don't get to see it if you don't live in Colorado. You live in Colorado, you get the real truth about how the media really is and what they really care about and talk about Prime. And so I don't want to go too long into that. But it's a lot of things that could change. It's a lot of things that we can do better. But at the end of the day, we got to do our piece and make sure that we create the right headlines and headways to move forward. And the right people are gonna be in the building soon. That's all I can say on that part.
A lie don't care who tells it. That's what we need to know. A lie don't care who tells it. This is what the issue is right here. You got a black man. Let me go and say it. Let me go and say it. I'm gonna take my hat off. You got a black man at a majority white university, and he's telling them that I'm not letting you in these here doors, and I'm gonna give other people an opportunity to come in these doors and tell the story of Colorado University. And I don't care if you're in Colorado, Alabama, Missouri, Montana, Idaho. They ain't used to that. They are not used to that. This is where it goes. People are like, oh, I'm like, you can say whatever you want to say. The truth is the light. When you have a university who's used to doing things a certain way, and you get somebody in here who's trying to change that and open up. This is what I love about America. America tells you it's that shiny, big light out there, and America tell you everybody got an opportunity to do things. But when you get a man out there who's giving everybody an opportunity, America like, oh, we don't, whoa, 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 whoa. That's different. That's different. Well, we don't want to change this. No, you don't want to change this because the good old boys done had it, and the good old boys making that something called green money. And it's all got to do with money because the more access you have to those players, the more newspapers you're going to sell, the more articles you're going to mail, the more YouTube likes you're going to get. And that's what they can't believe. They're like, man, Colorado is booming right now. They see Uncle Neil and them going and 100,000 people over here. Can you imagine if he let them in there every day, the stories that they'll be saying? And check this out, B-Watch. That's how smooth they are. This man here is taking the bullet for everybody. That's how smooth the media is. Well, we want to help Coach Prime. If he let us in the building, we could tell all these wonderful stories and everything else. Now we gonna kill this person here. We gonna make him. He gonna be the martyr. But we want to get the credit for it so we can come in and coach Prime. It ain't about telling a story. It's about making money. And another thing is about ain't no black man gonna tell us, especially at this white university, that we can't come into these doors and do what we've been doing for the last 50 years. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it ain't, and hear what I'm saying. It ain't like I ain't going to say it's a black and white thing. It's power. It has nothing to do with it. It's power. Power goes, we used to this power, and we done had it for all of these years, and you ain't gonna come in here and tell us that we ain't gonna keep it. Period. I don't care what color. He could be orange. They ain't putting up with it. And Coach Prime needs to stay true to himself and say, I'm not do what Joe did on Lean on Me. Call me Batman. I ain't letting none of you come into this building. He locked the whole thing down. He need to stick with that. And if people say lean on me, you'll understand what I'm talking about. That's the kind of attitude he got to have. He can call him whatever you want to, but you ain't coming in them doors until we open the doors for you. So I'll just leave it at that. But it's about money, power, and to tell people you need to stay in your place. You need to go get your black job is what they telling them.
Mr. Steve, it truly is when it's all boiled down of why people write majority of these articles and live in a Denver area. They don't have the access to the team that they used to have before Prime was there. That's all this come down to. I, I I'm trying to get away from really going to get into that bad, but in reality, what this come down to is that these people have been so privy to being able to be at a Colorado practice, be in the building, walk around, do whatever they want to do because they knew somebody there in the building and now that they don't have the access because Coach Prime went and cut the water off on everything and everybody because he's not going to allow you to report what he don't want you to report or put something out there in the media that he don't want out there in the media. He has people in line to do all these things to check all these boxes and make sure the story has been told how he wants the story to be told and not how somebody else is trying to write a story and then he got to go in back in the media and fix stuff. So majority of the whole major issue is and why all this stuff is transpiring at the end of the day is because they can't walk around in the building and call shots. That's all this is. And now you're starting to see what it's truly like. And when you ask the question why, nobody got an answer. When they can just be honest and say, hey, listen, we want to have access to walk around the building, and interview who we want when we want to be out there practice to see practice. So y'all can't show us on no video and tell us who y'all feel like is the best players. We want to decide who the best players are. We want to decide who we want to talk about and spotlight and highlight and do all these different things. We don't want you to tell us nothing. And so at the end of the day, this is what this all boils down to is that they've been so privy to having inside information and paying people to do this, that, and the third, and now that's ran out. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah. But he also made another move this week. He gonna move the practice to Denver Friday, I think, and give the people in the community, the Denver fans, get a chance to see the team practice. What do you think about that move, Coach Trey? It's an open practice.
I mean, it's great. It's great. He just feel like the guy's kind of getting mundane, and you want to move things around. You want to get do something different because you know you do get kind of lackadaisical. And then he again, like my brother and my uncle been saying, it just come down to Prime gonna control his own narrative. You're not gonna keep him in no box. He gonna do it the way he want to do it. Either get this train or get off. He told you he is not like he's telling you something that you don't know. He say when you have to change everything. I got to change the janitors. I got to change the people that change the light bulb. Everything. And that's not what people want to see. What people really scared of is they scared of change. But this is another thing that we got to do, and we did it last night on B Watch Show. Is stop giving people that don't give people your time.
Don't do it.
Dude came in here last night just a talking. I just kept telling them, y'all just quiet, don't say nothing to him.
Yeah.
Within the next 5 minutes, he was gone.
They ain't gonna send a super chat like that
Because
supposed
they
to make
looking
me
for
address
somebody.
them. You know what I'm saying? He sent me some money, thought I was gonna address
we
them.
gotta stop. Yeah. We gotta stop letting them people run your blood pressure. Stop letting them people get you aroused. We know what we know. We know how we feel. That ain't gonna change. So when people come in here and try to distract you because what they're trying to do is distract you from the goal. When y'all get on here, y'all be like, well, what, Coach, you always saying be positive, but listen. Because when you get to that negative stuff turned into what they really want y'all to be. Act y'all color. And that's what you give them. And when you give them that, that's what they want to show. That's what they want to show. Oh, see, you see them? They don't know how to act. These kids said something that everybody know that ain't what they was talking about. Everybody know strap mean we locking down the corner. Now all of a sudden we got kids walking around with guns. Come on, be for real. Come on, be for real. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't sit here and try to act like y'all don't know that. But when them other kids do it, and they do it, you don't say nothing about they got no guns. They he strapped him up. He got him on lockdown that corner. Come on, man. But Unc said a real thing, and we gonna leave it alone. A lie and the truth went swimming. The lie got out and put on the truth clothes and went to town. But before the truth was put on the lie clothes, he said, "I'll just be the naked truth." You understand me? A lie got wings and the truth got feet. A lie just want to fly all over town, but when the truth get there, it can stand by itself, and that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it, man. So we as a Colorado fan base and as people who want the best for Colorado, we gotta leave all that hate, all that negativity. We gotta do our part. Coach Prime can show you he gonna do his part. Coach Prime will show you he gonna do his part.
All right, appreciate it, Coach Greg. Appreciate it, y'all. Let's move back into football. Hey,
Let me
Travis
say this,
Hunter
though.
looking good, y'all.
Let
Travis
me say,
Hunter is on. He's on. I mean, he just looking good to me, Coach Greg.
let
Travis
me say,
Hunter, and also not just Travis Hunter in that wide receiver room. When I look at the wide receiver room, also I'm looking at Jimmy Horn Jr. Like I said, the boy looking good. I got to give him his credit. I'm the one that criticized, but I got to push back even on myself. Jimmy Horn just looking good. He looking faster. Took the gloves off. He catching everything she do, throwing to him. I'm telling you, man, Jimmy Horn Jr. He probably gonna be the boy. If he that fourth receiver, North Dakota gonna be in trouble. I don't think they got a they fourth. That means if Travis, Will Shepherd, DeJounte, and then boy, look at here, boy, they gonna boy. Go ahead, Coach Ray. Yeah, they gonna be in trouble, man.
I mean, I'm just so proud of that kid. I said it earlier today. I'm just proud of him being himself. He went back to being Jimmy. He healthy. For the first time, I think, since he first got to Colorado. I think when he first got to Colorado, if we go back and look at them first films when he first got there last spring, he was healthy. He was moving like that. But he told y'all he went back to his old self. He put the tape back on his fingers. He catching the ball. He always ran great routes. He's fast and quick. And like you say, if I'm the fourth option in this passing scheme, you have no. If you got a linebacker trying to stick Jimmy Horn, you in a world of trouble.
Trouble.
If you got a linebacker trying to stick my boy from Florida, man, y'all better kiss the baby. In Chad words, y'all better kiss the baby because it ain't gonna happen, man. So I'm just proud. I'm just proud of that. I'm just proud of that kid, man. He came a long way, and he went through a lot of stuff, and that's why I love Prime so much because he didn't give up on that kid. But I said it earlier today. It's something different about Florida boys. Florida boys know what Florida boys is, and Florida boys know when Florida boys hurting for real, when it ain't no faking, when they got real stuff going on. And Prime could see that in him. And he went out there and he got healthy. And then LeJounte coming in, filling that void that Zay we left, as coming in and another Florida guy. We gonna do this together, brother. And so you got to be very pleased with Jimmy Horn. I know I am.
When I look at Jimmy Horn got the book of the rest. He got the answers to the test. And then what I'm telling you about the answers to this test is watch Zay Weaver last night for the Arizona Cardinals. If Prime never put him on punt return, what would be his value in the NFL? We all know what he can do at receiver, but he just added another level of value to an NFL team because he can return kicks. And he almost took one to the house last night. So what that's doing for Jimmy is now is I can be a receiver. I can make plays. Now it's about me getting my mentals right and playing on special teams because that's an added value that I got that a lot of receivers don't got. There's a lot of receivers out there who can do what I can do. And Jimmy's going to showcase his talents this season. And I don't think a lot of people noticing, right? Hey, the buffs that's in the NFL from last year's team making noise right now preseason. Leonard Payne, run stopping. Miami Dolphins. You got D-Mac, sacks. Carolina Panthers. Zay last night doing his job. You got Dominic in the CFL. Well, people want to talk about primary producing NFL players, and they producing up there in the NFL. So you seen the work being put in, you seen the blueprint. But to get back to Jimmy Horn, he's gonna have a great season, and he's gonna live up to everything because he's got the blueprint to understand what needs to be done from Zay Weaver.
Hey, B Watts, before I hit on Jimmy, let me go back to the question you said before, because that's a great question and it's a huge impact of Coach Prime going to those Boulder high schools. The first thing you got, that's the best recruiting tool he'll ever have. If he keeps going to different schools in Boulder, that means you now access these the best high school players are coming because they're like, man, I got to go see what they're about. And can you imagine as a high school player, you're going to a practice where you're seeing an NFL quarterback and NFL DB and receiver on that, then you seeing those big boys on that defensive line and you like, good God, man, that's so impressive. Then you switch and go to the next high school, the biggest high schools in Denver, or you can go to the smaller ones. It doesn't make a difference. Them high school kids are going to come. The coaches are going to come. The
Good
next
point.
thing you do, you bring in the community. Now the community comes in there. We're a part of CU now because they're coming to us. So you opening up all doors. You opening them up more avenues, recruiting, and then you bring in a commitment from the community to your university. Now let's get back to Jimmy. Let's get back to Mr. Jim. Oh, I'll call it Jimmy. Jimmy. When it comes to Jimmy, you got this one here. Thank you, Rob, the man, and thank you, Coach Drake. When it comes to Jimmy, he's more versatile. Coach is opening up more doors for him by saying, hey, special teams is what Jimmy is going to thrive at. And when I say that, because of his speed, because of his athleticism, that's what he's going to strive. You get him in them spaces. What coaches are going to look at, we want Jimmy in space. If you get Jimmy in space, Jimmy's going to produce. Special teams, when you heard Coach say Adarius Thomas, 10 years in the NFL, and started special teams. Special teams is huge. Everybody is not going to start on offense and defense. You got to have special teams. Special teams win and loses games. You have to have special teams. So when they say Trevor Woods and all that stuff about that, Coach realized Trevor Woods going to the NFL, and it might be special teams, but he'll be special teams, free safety, linebacker. So he got 3 positions on that one, and he'll be on that team. So, but Jimmy is going to, whoever is that 4th receiver is going to have great numbers. And I can see Jimmy with 10 touchdowns this season because I can see in one game, Jimmy going to get 3 touchdowns in one game. I can see 2 games, Jimmy going to get 3 touchdowns. That's 6 right there. You heard it from me first. He going to get 3 touchdowns in 2 games. And that's just a start. So he's going to have a big season.
I'm gonna say, hold on, B-Watch, let me say this. The where this game is, I mean, where the practice is being placed in Denver is where all the inner city public schools go to in Denver. A lot of people don't know how big that is because a lot of them can't afford to go to a game in Boulder. I'm gonna say this again. Where this game is being held at is in an area where a lot of these people in that area cannot afford to go to a game in Boulder. So it's going to be a major impact. It's going to be over capacity for the people that's going to show up for that scrimmage. So it's a big, huge deal for the community in Denver, for just the state of Colorado in a whole totality. And I don't want people to downplay that or anything like that because what Prime is doing is what a lot of head coaches didn't do in the past at the University of Colorado.
Good point, Rod. Good point, Rod. Good point. Coach Drake, Coach Ryan did it again. Went to your home state. Got a new offensive line. Cordell Thomas, FAMU, LSU. He's still building the trenches like he said he was going to do. What you know about this guy?
He's from FAMU. He a Coach Rich kid. Coach Rich Press, that guy. I told y'all in Florida, he Michael Jackson. Now he might not. The people everywhere else might not know him, but down here he Michael Jackson, and he just proven to the world what his worth is, and why Coach Prime wanted him to come to the University of Colorado. This kid is amazing. He's a good kid. He played at FAMU. I got a kid, Quan Lee, down there. Another kid, Nyron, that's also on that FAMU team. So I know those guys. I know a few of those guys down there. And he's an A1 kid. I think he's going to be able to help. Again, that gives us another offensive lineman. I think that gives us 17 in all. And so that's a great number. Just another kid to come in. And when you get kids like that, the same thing you got to talk when we talk about punter is they feel like those kids going to be able to come in and catch on real quick because he don't got long. We got, 2.5 weeks before the first game, so he doesn't have long to try to get adapted to what we got going on. So, but that's a great pickup for them. Like I said, I'm so happy for Coach Riz. Is showing his talent and what he can bring to this University of Colorado recruiting staff. There's no doubt. I love Phillips. He's a hell of a guy. Everybody else in that room, but I just know what Coach Riz brings to the table. And another thing, I think Uncle Steve said it. Why do you HBCU kids come into the Power Five and they can show y'all they can play? You know, we got time today. We'll answer any question. Anybody can somebody figure it out? Because these kids can play. They just been being overlooked because you said people don't think a lot of kids. I think Silman Craig only had maybe 10 to 15 offers. I know he had Florida Atlantic and stuff like that. But you tell me, you name me 6, 7, about 10 better guys, just all around safeties. And then for a kid can look himself in the mirror and lead a football team. You heard the defensive coordinator say that kid is the leader. Cam can't be the only person out there shouting and leading. I need somebody else to get in there and join him. You get what I'm saying? So these kids know how to play the game of football, and like you said, you gotta love it. But man, I told y'all, Risk of Florida boy, we built a little different. The mud on us, when we trying to get the mud off us, it's a little different trying to get. So them Florida boys, you know how it be. Chainsaw, and again, chainsaw.
Ain't playing out there, boy. He landed
You
that
know,
lumber for them linebackers. Boy, I saw Charlie O.
hey,
They gave that ball to Charlie O. Soon he grabbed that ball. Chaney, boom, put it down. Greg called me soon. He said, man, you see that video? I said, yeah. Boy, that's how linebacker put. I said, that's what I've been trying to tell y'all. Johnny Chainsaw Chaney, don't hold it against him. I told Coach Hart, I said, you, don't hold my boy back just because he from Fairview. He the best hard-hitting linebacker you got. He's 6'2", 230, and he can bring that wood.
When you look at the linebackers, I mean, you just there is a pecking order, right? Trying to find out who fits with who, and the right combination. So as you see the new depth chart come out this week, which we don't know, right? Let's just say that we don't know. But when the new depth chart comes out, you should see different players matching up with different players. And see who's going to be success, right? Who's going to be on that first team? Who's going to be on that second team? Who's going to be on the third team? What you like is that the linebackers are having competition, right? Something that you couldn't speak upon last year, right? There's competition in that room. There's not a linebacker coming in to push competition. It's already there. It's already established, and you start to see players flash off the screen like no other.
What you're going to see, the linebackers are going to make plays. You got those big boys in front of them, and what you're going to also see is this one here. I don't think you're really going to have straight up starters. What you're going to have is situational football. I think on those teams that run that ball all the time, you're going to see a little of that JB. You're going to see Chaney. You're going to see the Bentleys. You're going to see them boys who get in there and put some wood on you. Because what Trevor does, Trevor's for them passing games. You put Trevor out there for passing games, he's going to make plays when it pertains to that. When it comes to power running games, that's when you put Chainsaw in there. When you put JB, you put Bentley. Somebody who ain't got to do nothing but go straight, and when they hit you, they hit. What I've seen is this. If JB hits you, you've been hit. If Chaney hit you, you've been hit. Let's go this one here. Wester is so smart. You can hear Wester on the sidelines talking, and he can go take you through the plays. And I tell people the reason
I
he's
saw
so
that. Yeah, I
the
saw
reason
that.
you saw it, the reason he's
Yeah.
so smart, he goes home to his brother, and if you heard his brother got a clicker. His brother at home clicking. He clicking going over plays. If you got a brother that got a clicker going over plays and he's telling you, brother, you might want to do this and this is how we do things, your game goes up because the more you can see something, that's why Trevor is so good at those those passing plays. Trevor already knows what's going on. So he's looking at a quarterback who's looking down receivers. The quarterback is looking down receivers, and he don't have anybody on him now. So you have no offensive lineman on him. He has a clean pocket there for himself. Now he can just attack and make plays. So it's going to be situational football out there. I think you're going to have it one game, you're going to see this here, and the next game, you're like, man, why was Chainsaw out there the whole game? Because they were running.
All right, guys, let's go around the horn. Let me hear y'all take on who do y'all think does have which player you think now had a good fall camp. Start with you, Coach Dre, Rod, then Matua.
I'm gonna go with the unsung hero right now, and that's JB. Every time I've turned on the tape and I've seen that kid, he's flying. He looks like Jackson State JB. He look again. People don't know JB came in as a true freshman and started at Jackson State. It fit free defensive play getting made. 42 is somewhere around the football. So I will go with JB right now because I know a lot of people are overlooking him.
I'm going Colton Hood for me. Just like down consistency. Every time you turn on the play, every time you turn on, he's just showing up. He's being a competitor. Go against Travis Hunter. So I'm going Colton Hood.
I'm going with Simon Craig, and I'm doing that because he's on and off the field. When he's holding people accountable and he's on there and he's leading people, that's going to impact what's happening on the field. So I'm going with that HBCU. I'm sticking with Simon Craig.
Okay. All right, Rod, Coach Ray, and then Steve. When we look at Syracuse, we look at Fran Brown. What do y'all expect from his football program this year?
I mean, year one, just consistency. Him continue to build block by block success at Syracuse. What you want to see is the arrow to start to point up for them. I think they're going to cause some serious problems in the ACC. I there because when you look at the ACC, right, there's only Clemson, Florida State, Miami, right. Those are the three top dogs, right. Who's next in line? Syracuse have a real opportunity to be next in line. They went and got a quarterback. So the quarterback play should be a lot better than it was last year because they actually went and got a quarterback from Ohio State who was starting quarterback at Ohio State, right? Now you're in a situation where there's less pressure, right? You should be you the man. There ain't no if, ands, and buts about it. You ain't got another five-star sitting behind you like at Ohio State. You ain't got pressure from the fans and pressure from the coach to perform. You can go out there and just play football. So I expect them to be run the ball, be physical on defense, and progress each week and just stack wins together.
When you talk about Fran Brown, he another guy that you got to be very proud of. I expect them guys to win 6 games or better. I expect those guys to win 6 games or better. I like where their defense is. When you see them scrimmage in the ACC, they ain't like they got some killers over there. Like you say, all I really see is Miami and Clemson. 'Cause I don't think Florida State really gonna be hitting on nothing. So I got them winning 6 to 7 games. I think Fran Brown gonna be the ACC Coach of the Year. I think Fran Brown gonna be the ACC Coach of the Year.
Fran is he's going up. He's going to have a season where both of them said it already. I think 6 games off the get, but I'll tell you this one here. Florida State loaded to me. Florida State's not going to win the ACC, but as far as being, I see them third best team, and then Virginia Tech. To me, I'm just going on because Florida State they recruited well. They recruited well over there, and when you got the talent that team has, Coach Ray, you know him better than me, but I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna be surprised if Florida State isn't the third best team in the ACC, and behind Virginia Tech, and then I can see
Oh,
Syracuse. That's just me.
All
okay,
right,
third.
guys.
As long as you say third, you
Oh, third. I'm
didn't
saying
say
third.
first or second. Third. I
No,
go for
no,
that
no, no.
third.
No. Miami's number one. Miami shouldn't lose. Miami shouldn't lose no more than 1 game, if that. Miami should go 11-1 or 12-0 over there. So they loaded.
Okay, since you at Miami, we got about a couple more minutes. Since we at Miami, Coach Drake, Rob, and Mr. Woodland, what do y'all expect out of their quarterback, Cam Ward, this year?
I mean, with the talent they got, gotta get the job done. That's all you can expect. With all that talent, all the money you just spent on that roster, you gotta go get it done. Because if you don't, press the ball out of there. That's all I can say.
Well, he said a mouthful. I expect him to have a good year. I expect him to throw for about 3,500 yards, anywhere from 3,000 to 3,500 yards, about 35 touchdowns. I expect him to have a good year, and he got to because of, like you say, they pushed all their chips to the middle of the thing. Like Cristobal, he went all in. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Because if he don't get it done, if I'm the University of Miami, I take a ride up there to Duke University and I talk to Willie Simmons and see if I can get him to come coach the University of Miami. That's just being real.
You've hit a home run. You've hit a home run with that. They got a running back that's all world. Miami is loaded, and Cam, the sky's the limit. The way he was talking to Shador about his receiving group and everything else. If he don't get 35 to 4,000 yards, I'm gonna look at him and say, what's going on? And then you're gonna have a running back that's gonna probably get 1,500 yards. So he's loaded. He's loaded, and they got a couple cupcake games. They got a couple cupcake games where his numbers can definitely hit some 500 yard games with them cupcakes. They got 3 games cupcakes. So the sky's the limit. But Cristobal, if them Miami alumni, it's 2 coaches. It was 3: Florida, Miami, and Ohio State. It is, if they don't win, I don't care what. If they don't win, if Ohio State don't win if they don't win their conference, he gone. When I say he gone, a man that wins 11 games a season gonna get fired because because what Harbaugh did. Harbaugh went over there and he dominated, and that man dominated. You turn around here, we give you the house, and Coach Prime. And check this out, Coach Prime had players that wasn't even at the level of these players and was in games. And you got all this talent and you ain't winning. And we just spent $20 million? Man, you better get on out of here. Get on out of here. $20 million. We
The
gonna
only thing
suck.
that matters,
So it's
the only thing
on.
that matters, the only thing that matters if the Ohio State is to winning that game up north. That's it. If they lose that game, it don't matter. They can be undefeated. If they lose that game, it's a wrap for them. That's all they care about. Win that game, get in the playoffs. That's the only thing that matters because that's the only thing that stops you from getting in the playoffs. So you don't win that game if you don't want. If you want to, see what happens to you.
When you look at Oregon this year, what's y'all expectation of Oregon since they in the Big Ten? They loaded now.
They should be in the playoffs.
They'll be in play.
I think they're gonna win the Big Ten. I think they're gonna win the Big Ten. I ain't gonna tell nobody no lie. I think they're gonna win the Big Ten. Ohio State just show me they can't win the big game. So if it come down to the last week and they gotta play Michigan to win, they'll mess it up. So, but I got Oregon winning the Big Ten. I can't. The consistency.
Boy,
I don't
they
like
win the
Dan
Big
Lanning
Ten.
like that, but you gotta give him his props.
If they win the Big Ten over Ohio State, man, he gonna lose his job.
Hey, I'm not gonna
They
give.
got in the conference.
Hey, B. Watts, I'm not giving Landon no credit. He didn't win. Hey, he didn't win the Pac-12.
That's
What
what
you
I
talking
said.
about? He didn't win the Pac. Washington beat him twice.
Yeah, he's
Twice.
right now, but this ain't the Pac-12 was conference the second best conference in football last year. The Big Ten, like I say, Ohio State known for blowing it against Michigan. So
They
if it
known
come
for
down
that.
to the last week and they gotta win, and they gonna find a way to lose. They known for that. So that's how I think they gonna win. But I think Oregon gonna win the big. I know they the 2 teams. They the 2 teams that's gonna come out the Big Ten and be in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, right
They
there.
gonna be
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
playoffs. for sure.
True.
Well, I think it might be three because with the Big Ten, you're gonna have another team that don't have to play each other them hours and stuff like that don't have end up being 11-1 or something like that. You might have three over there depending on what their how they play each other. Everybody's not playing each other in the Big Ten. Everybody's not playing each other. When you go and look at their conference, they're not. Just like Nebraska. Nebraska got a cupcake schedule when it
Right.
comes to that. So
They
they're
do.
not playing everybody when it pertains. That's all I'm saying. It ain't that they're gonna have the best teams. They'll be over there in a tough conference like that.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I
Yeah,
got you.
that's
I
all.
got you. I
Hey
got
Jay,
you.
I'll say this: I don't think Georgia will have another championship if they allow Marvin Harrison to finish that game out. Ohio State beats them.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you got to defend it. Yeah, I agree. So when you look at the SEC, how Ole Miss gonna do this year? They loaded too. Is it this their year?
Ole Miss gonna shrink in a moment like they always do.
Lane Kiffin's attitude. Lane Kiffin is. This is what I realized about Lane Kiffin. If you go back and you hear the stories when he was with Nick Saban, Lane Kiffin different. Lane Kiffin will win you 10 games, but he just will not. Lane Kiffin, when it comes to the seriousness and attention to detail, Lane Kiffin is he's. You'll understand me when I say this. If you know anything about surfer boys and stuff like that, man, it's just cool, dude. It's just cool. Ain't nothing, it don't sweat him. Nick Saban is attention to detail, and Lane is not that. Now, will they win 10 or maybe they go 10-2 or 11-1? Yes. But he's not gonna win the big ones because Lane don't it just his team is gonna be like the coach. The coach ain't no serious, oh, we gonna do this, blah, blah, blah. That's all I'll say.
Hey, listen, when the pressure rises, the pipe gonna bust. That's how you. That's the only thing you can say about Ole Miss. 'Cause one thing about Ole Miss, they either can blow you out or they can lose 12-6.
He just can't get that quarterback to me. He ever give him a number one quarterback that can spin
I
that
mean,
thing. Now
Ain't
he
been in the
pitched that all the way
NFL.
around.
again, I mean, it comes down to what you said earlier. Everybody not playing everybody in the SEC this year, so it's just who they play. I haven't looked at their schedule, but they could be 10-2. If they 10-2, they in the playoffs. If they 10-2, they in the playoffs.
Ron, what you think about Notre Dame this year? They got a weak schedule.
They should be in the playoffs, but that's about it.
Super weak. Super weak.
Hey, that's that. Boy, I looked at the thing earlier this morning. I said, dog, they don't play for one. Ain't got for one game. Boy.
If they don't make the playoffs, it's their own fault.
Yep, you right about that, man. Y'all right about that. Hey guys, I
Right,
appreciate y'all,
right,
man, tonight. Appreciate
right.
everybody tonight. Been a good show, man. Mr. Steve, we appreciate you for joining us, man, and making this thing happen. Always say appreciate the RobDaManMedia and Coach Dre, everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all tonight. Also want to thank the sponsor, Ameris Bank, for toting me this far. Said he gonna tote me to the end of the year, and I appreciate it. Appreciate them for doing that. And I don't know who was it. Two people went into the bank, opened up a checking account. They called me up to the bank and said, "Hey, we got something for you." I said, "What y'all got for me?" I thought something wrong. She said, "When somebody come up and open a checking account or savings account, they said you did it. We give you something." I said, "Okay, I appreciate that." But whoever it was, they wouldn't ever. It was confidential. But whoever it was, if you're tuning in, I share what I had. They gave me half of it to you, whoever it was. So I don't know who it was. I appreciate that. But anyway, let's go around the horn. We're gonna end this thing. We're gonna end it with Coach Dre. Started off Mr. Woodson, then Raw, and then Coach Dre.
Well, I want to thank everybody out there in podcast land. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for supporting the gentleman that's on this panel here, Coach Dre, Rob the Man Media, B Watts. Much love to you. Y'all stay positive, man. Stay positive, focused, and understand your voice matters.
Hey, like, share, subscribe to both channels. Every Sunday, y'all know where we at. Every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, man. Y'all come tune in. Y'all never know who our guest is gonna be. We try to keep it, best of the best who our guest gonna be. We got some guests that y'all might not think we gonna have, but we got them. We just time will tell. as weeks go on, man. But as always, man, we appreciate y'all for pulling up on us, from taking time out of y'all night, because y'all could have been doing anything else, but y'all came to check us out. We know everybody might not like us. You might love us. But at the end of the day, we appreciate you guys for supporting us and pulling up on us, and making sure that y'all hit that like button as y'all leave out the building. And I'm gonna send it to my brother, Coach Dre.
Hey, we appreciate everybody here. Everybody here is somebody. If somebody told you you wasn't somebody, then I tell them Coach Dre told you a lie, because you is somebody. Again, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come and rock with B. Watts, Steve, and Rob and myself. Hey, honestly, I want y'all to know that everybody love the people that love you. Don't waste your time loving somebody that don't love you. Love the people that love you. And as I always say, if I send no ships out, no ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Dre. That is my uncle, Mr. Steve. That is my brother, Rob the Man. That's my uncle, B. Watt. We appreciate you. We'll see y'all next Sunday.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good night, folks.
Shut up.
There you go, Michael. Building the foundation.
Get locked in. I don't give a fuck about you being fatigued, because this is what it's going to be in the game. It's going to be hot. It's going to be heavy. We're going to be breathing hard. You got to focus and get the job done. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? Sir. Fatigue make cows out of all of us if you let it. Don't let it. Dig deep and work. Work. That's all we got. Work. Work don't give a f. It just want to get done. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It just want to get done, so let's get done.
Seen him since. Hey man, it's the best opportunity of our life, dog. And we don't realize that, bro. We sit right here and cry about stuff that you don't supposed to be crying about, man. This is the best opportunity of our life, bro. I hate to see it, bro. I hate to see people not have this opportunity and they want it so bad, and we got it and we want to do shit with it, bro. Come on, man. We got the best opportunity in the world, bro. There's a million kids in the world that's grinding, going to practice every day to get here, and we get here and cry about it, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, how we gonna do this, bro? If people back in the city where y'all from, bro, that count on y'all see y'all on TV, but if they knew how we go by day, hour by hour, they'll be like, what the hell? What the hell is you out there doing? That's real talk. Even me, bro. Even me. I talk to y'all, but I'm talking to myself too. Because I take this shit for granted sometimes. That's why I need people on my team to come to me and be like, you bullshitting today. You ain't bringing it today. You ain't bringing it to me today. I ain't got one person, ain't nobody said nothing to me yet, bro. I done bullshitted 2 practices back to back, missing run fits, missing plays, ain't nobody saying shit to me. Why not? Why not? Because we don't want that accountability, bro. We just want this shit to feel good and look good. We don't really want this shit for real, bro. We do it because what? We play football because what football do for us, we don't love football. You gotta love football first. You gotta love this shit first, man. It's about football. I'm sorry, Coach. Forget all the social media and all that, man. This shit about football. At the end of the day, I love football more than I love the Instagram. I love football more than I love the money. I love football more than I love these girls, bro. I love football first. And that's how we gotta get to. We gotta love the football shit first. Then all the other stuff gonna.
I never consider failure because I'm too occupied with this shit. No, we're not gonna allow you. Stop. We're not gonna allow you to be horrible. You too good for that. Like when you get tired, everything goes like you can get right. That right there, you gotta start reading the story and see the story. Don't just play. You just man. Like, I'm a digger. I like that. But I want you to start reading everything and seeing everything.